Hey guys, what's up? How's everybody doing? We're back again with another Antistasi tutorial video. This time we'll be discussing how to play the mission and what to do exactly in the mission. And I will show you a time lapse of the mission itself. Like basically, we're gonna do some planning on the map, okay? And I'll be showing you some time lapses and what you guys get after you finish each section of the map. So to start with. This is the standalone version, the one that's been outdated. It's the 1.9 version. This is just the only for the curiosity of this video. The rest of the like everything that I show you here applies to all missions. It's just I want to play on this one because it's easier for me to to plan and stuff. And this one is easier for single player. So to start off with, our location, our HQ is here. The headquarters is in this area in Athanos, south of Kavala. So, step one in your journey as you start playing Antistasi is you need to do logistics. So you basically go to Petros mission request and you do logistic missions. Logistic missions is basically supply recovery. So he gave you this mission. Okay, for example, you go collect this, and after you collect this, you have to deliver it to Panakori. Okay, and Panakori is here. So you basically go steal the supply from here and you deliver it to this town. What will this basically do to you is you're going to get more support for the town. And by more support I mean like this. For example, you press on the town. The support for us is 1%. Okay, food, water, fuel supply is all super low and they're powered. And they have AAF support by 51%. So basically, if we capture that, okay, if we capture that food supply and we give it to them, their AAF support is going to decrease and our support will increase. The more we get, the more support we get, the better. Because this town will start generating, if it turns to us, it will start generating money and it will start generating human resources for us. Basically, this is like your farm for like income and men. Okay? So just think of this as a strategy game. What you need to do is you need to establish a small foothold. Since you're small, you need to start slow. So what we'll do is I'm just gonna start draw with yellow with blue here. Okay. So this is our HQ as discussed, as we said. Now we need to do something really simple. From our HQ, we need to advance into three directions. Okay. We need to have a small section of the map that has a power plant, and this section is like this. That's where you need to capture. The power plant is currently here. It has one radio tower. It has three resources that will generate income for you. It has one town, two towns, three towns, and Aglikori counts as part of Kavala. So if you capture all of this, I think you're gonna have it. It has one factory, one outpost, and one seaport. So let's list them. How many resources you have? You have three resources and two towns. This will generate a huge amount of money. This is basically your starting thing. This is where you need to start with. After you take all of this, okay, and you finish, we'll go to, so basically we're just gonna type, this is phase one, okay? Phase two, we're gonna draw it with yellow. Phase two, you need to capture yourself something big. You have two options. Either you go for another radio tower, okay, and a couple of bases, or you go for something that has factories, another power plant, and a couple of radio towers. So you have two options here. You can either go this way, or you can either go this way, to the top. If you go to the right, east here, okay, you have the chance to capture the power plant, AAF airport, one outpost, two outposts, and possibly if you want to advance, you can capture all of this as well, like another base, one radio tower, and two small outposts. Okay, and also you have a town, and two towns, and three. Okay, if you count this one as well, you have four. So basically, that's, let's say, one option of phase two. You capture this whole area. Okay, or let's draw with yellow. You can go for this one, and you can capture, let's say, Aglikori, AAF, the AAF outpost, a power plant, a radio tower, and another AAF outpost, and a factory. Okay. If you capture all of this, you will have, so basically this power plant powers a couple of different places. this power plant in this area powers, think this whole section, like around the map. This whole section. I think this is for this power plant alone. So if you capture it, cities will automatically start giving you more support by passively, because you have their power plant that they're using. As you can see, if you look at this line, this black line, it connects to here, and from this it spreads all around. Okay, so now you have two options. So now what you need to do is really simple things. You start your phase 1, okay, in this area, and then you move to phase 2, either this one or this one, okay? I highly recommend you not going after an airbase, because you need to always remember, if you do all of this, the aggression of the enemy is going to increase like by tenfold. So if you have like aggression by 5, it's going to go at least by 50 from just capturing an airbase. So my recommendation is, after you finish each phase, you need to do logistic missions. It doesn't matter, okay? You start, like, you attack people, and then you do logistic missions to lower the aggression. Logistic missions are like kind of your only way to lower aggression, or letting enemy capture back stuff. But if you let them capture back stuff, the aggression is not going to decrease as much as you want it to be. Basically, let's say if you capture an airport and the aggression increased by 50, if the enemy captured the airport back, okay, your aggression is not going back to decrease by 50. No, it's going to decrease by 10 or 20, just because they took it. But they're still like, they have hate against you, okay, because you're like, you have aggression against them. Okay, so after you finish all of this, now you can do whatever you want. My ideal gameplay, or like the most efficient, is you capturing, like, dividing the map into a couple of sections. Okay, let me just draw with white. Yeah, white. Okay, so this is the map. You draw it into 4 sections. So each one of these sections is a different phase. So let's call this one. This is 2. This is 3. This is 4. Okay. So you start with 1. You captured this half section, and now this is done. And then, since you're here and you have it, you can do 2 things. Either move to section 4 via plane and like make a step, like place an HQ in this area, for example, and then move around and capture all of this, or you can simply just go by like land and capture 2. Okay, and after you capture 2 or 3, then you move into the last one, 3. This is the last one usually. This place, this whole section of the map is to be left at the end, because this one is the most annoying one. You have a lot of roadblocks, and also the CSAT carrier is going to be here. So since we're playing rebel versus government versus invading force, this area is highly to be attacked by the CSAT, and if it's attacked by OPFOR, this area is going to be a war zone between Independent, which is the AAF, and OPFOR, which is the CSAT. So by you weakening the AAF, you're going to give CSAT a chance to attack this. And I highly suggest that you don't, attack the CSAT while you're clearing up the AAF, because if you attack the CSAT, their aggression is going to increase by a lot, and if their aggression increases, you're the only one who's going to pay for it. The CSAT is the only faction in the game that does punishments. So when they do punishments, their main target is going to be civilians, and if you lose too many civilians, you will automatically lose the game. Okay, so my suggestion is you finishing all of the AAF. Okay, so basically this is the U resistance, let's call it. Okay, your option, you need to do one thing: attack AAF. Okay, and then after you finish AAF, you move into CSAT. Okay, this is the golden triangle, as they say. You move from this to this to this. Don't go resistance directly to CSAT. That will seriously put a huge load on you. Even, for example, let's say you didn't start at the bottom of the map. You started all the way at the top right, and you wanted to capture this city. Okay, let's say you started here, and the CSAT, for example, took this small AA AAF anti-air operating area. They took it, they took a base and took an outpost, and then you captured all of this. Now you're going to have to deal with two things. First, the AAF is going to be mad because technically you occupied their objectives, and the CSAT is going to be annoyed at you. So they'll send SpecOps, they'll send QRFs, they will just annoy you. And since you're super close to their carrier, you need to to do this swiftly, like really fast, because this game has like a dynamic difficulty increase. So when the AI level, like when the game reaches its like medium to end game stages, mid to end game stages, sorry, this CSAT will start sending a lot of QRFs, like huge helicopters, like a whole force of helicopters, like 7 helicopters, all loaded with men, and they're all armed gunships. It will be like a hassle for you to defend if you start like in this area. Okay, so yeah, that's for this. Now I will start capturing all of these bases, and after we capture them, we'll show you the time lapse and how much stuff you get from like each resource. Okay. So guys, we're back again. We managed to finish phase 1 and we started a bit of phase 2. So what I did basically is I started from obviously my HQ and I did some logistics. And then after I did some logistics, I gathered some AI men and I went on a killing spree, killed a couple of men in Panakori and in Neri. And after that, I geared them up and we assaulted the power plant. After we assaulted the power plant, we took the radio tower after that, and then we went on the resources, all of them. And after we finished this section, we moved to the FIA outpost, factory, seaport, and after we finished this, we went to the AA emplacement here. We got it, and we got the power plant, and we got the outpost. So right now, I have the perfect start that I wanted for my cities. So basically, all of these cities, okay, all of the resources, all the radio towers, everything has power, has men, and I'm basically like done. So I'll show you what I got from the loots. So we basically managed to get a speedboat minigun. We got this this LAV, light assault vehicle, as well from the outpost by here, this from this NATO base, from this sorry, AAF base. And yeah, we got these Striders, 1 GMG, 1 HMG, 1 normal transport, a couple of civilian vehicles, 1 mortar, and 3 static MGs. And obviously the speedboat minigun from this place. I tried to get a helicopter, but as you can see, it crashed there. And we also got attacked by another heli which crashed into that building. And I think yeah, we have another heli there. All of these are CSAT helicopters. So now let's just let me fast travel to my HQ so I can show you the 1 second. So as you can see, guys, let's go to the map. For example, this is my line of operations. This means this will increase and this will like define the sectors basically. As you can see, I have taken all this map. This is only in 1.9. Okay, you will not find this in any other game version. So you know, as I said, this video is only to show you what I can do with the game, and you know, just to help me explain better. And this thing basically helps me explain the game, you know, faster and better. So obviously, guys, showed you how to play, like what to do, and this is just a tactical video. Okay, so in the future, obviously everybody has their own tactic. You can start wherever. This place is like a medium to medium start level, like a medium difficulty. This one is hard because look at like top north. Starting on the north side is like always hard. Starting on the southeast side is also very hard. Another easy start is in the middle, close to Sirta. That's an easy start as well, as you're not surrounded by anything. And at the top northeast is a really difficult start. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We'll see you next time. If you need anything, feel free to ask me. I'll always respond to the comments, and if you need anything from to report any bugs, I'll leave a link for the official Discord. Please follow that, and have a good day, guys. See you next time.